What's up, Pawan? How are you? I'm just fixing my camera. How's life? So, what do you want to talk about? Telugu cinema, Bollywood, Hollywood, whatever would. I'm here. Okay, I'm good as well. Right. Okay, people. Here we are. Here we are. So what is up? How what is everyone watching? So this is the first time I'm from Delhi. This is the first time I've come live. This is the first time I come live on at this time of the day. I'm not a huge fan of the first film, but it was a visual feast, Avatar One. So I'm kind of looking forward to what they have done with Avatar 2. As I said earlier in one of my previous live sessions, that I have a 3D TV at home, and I watched Avatar 1 on my 3D TV, and it looked fabulous. So I'm kind of looking forward to Avatar 2, watching it in movie hall then at home. But yeah, what are you guys looking forward to Avatar 2? Thank you, Pawan. Thank you so much. Thank you for saying that. Uh, so what else is happening? Thank you, thank you. I hope you guys continue liking my content, and I continue producing more content that is worth spending your time on, spending your minutes on. I know there is so much content on internet, on YouTube, on Netflix, on all the OTTs. So you got to produce quality content in order to grab the attention of good people like you. So I'm trying my best. What's next on my mind? I have half shot a Twitter review video. I need to shoot it fully. What I posted today was meant to be a Twitter review video, but I went on and on about the toxic KGF fans. So the video went in that direction, but it was meant to be a Twitter review video, a Twitter reaction video. But yeah, it took a different direction. Apart from that, I have reacted to a video by Our Stupid Reactions. I have reacted to one of their videos. I will work on that video. Let's hope I am able to put that up today for you guys. Give me a minute. Yeah, thank you so much. Uh, so what are you guys watching then? So I was told by many people that I'm not groomed properly when I come in front of the camera. It doesn't look like that I'm shaven and all of that. So I anyways have to go to office day after tomorrow. So I thought let me just get groomed up, cleaned up today itself. I'll be going to office after a gap of 2.5 years. I haven't been to office since I'll watch more movies. I watched a Malayalam movie recently. I have not reviewed it. Did you see PS1 trailer? Not yet. Not PS1 trailer. No, I've heard a lot about it. Mani Ratnam film, Aishwarya Rai starring in it, among other stars, but I have not gotten the time to watching it. I think I'll react to that trailer. What do you think? Should I react to that trailer in one of my videos? I think that's kind of a good idea. Just which language is this film? Yes. Which language is PS1? Jyotiraditya. Is it Tamil or is it? I'm not exactly sure which language Maniratnam makes films in. Yeah, Tamil, I guess, right. So yeah, uh, so I'll be watching. I'll be reacting the trailer. Maybe tomorrow. Today may be difficult. So let's see. Let's see. And what else? What else did you watch? Did you like my Rangasthalam review? Tamil, Telugu, and also Hindi. Yeah, but original would be Tamil, I believe. So what else? Did you watch my Rangasthalam review? What are your thoughts on it? Did you like the review? Or what? It's actually Tamil. Yeah. The original language is Tamil. I kind of guessed that. Who else is on this session? I believe I won't see Anirudh Chakra today because it's a different time of the day. Thank you so much, Jyotiraditya. Jyotiraditya. No, Pavan, I have not watched that film. The thing is, maybe you're not in the previous slides. The thing is, I have just started with South Indian reviews actually. So South Indian films actually, very recently, mostly after RRR. I have watched very few South Indian films in my life before RRR, and now that these films are available in their original languages, I am kind of catching up now because earlier they were not available. I did not watch Major. I do not watch a lot of war movies. They kind of end up disappointing me. But I will watch. I will watch. I was busy with other stuff. I had to finish. Apart from the office work, the films that I had to finish, I had to watch. I had to finish The Boys. I watched the finale last night, and I'm watching the film Tapsi Pannu film Game Over. It's a Telugu film, I think. So I will be reviewing that film very soon. Let me turn down the fan because it's I think it's giving a lot of hiss sound. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's about it. So Game Over seems to be a really nice film. I watched kind of I watched half of it, and it looks very interesting. Good blend of genres, and it looks emotional as well as scary. So I'll try to finish Game Over tonight. It's a Telugu film, right? So and apart from that, I have some in my watch list. I have that one, Antariksham 9000 was it? So there is that film as well that I have in my watch list. So let's see. Let's see. And apart from that, yeah, let's react to PS1 and let's see if you like that. I am glad to know that you liked my Rangasthalam review. So that was good because I very much enjoyed that film. Okay. Yeah, it's on Prime. I have seen it on Prime. Uh, it's just that comedy is not exactly my favorite genre. I kind of prefer films that are somewhat dark, not very funny, but yeah, sure. It looks like I've heard a lot about this film, so I am going to give it a try for sure. What else is new? Should I wear it? Ask me questions. Ask me any questions. Hollywood, Tollywood. I mean, Hollywood, Bollywood, Tollywood, Collywood. If you want to recommend me movies from South India, what do you recommend from Hindi? I don't know what you have watched from Hindi. There are so many movies. See, the thing is, I've been mostly watching Hollywood from last 15 years. I've grown up on Hindi films, but since like 2007 or 8, I kind of lost interest in Hindi films. I've seen so many Hindi films, and lately, I watch maybe one or two Hindi films in a year. Khuda Hafiz 2, I'm not sure. I've not watched the first Khuda Hafiz 1 with Jamwal, but there is right now there is I don't think there is any Hindi movie that I'm looking forward to. Vikram Veda I'm looking forward to, but the ones that have come out with trailers, I am not sure if I'm looking forward to any specific Hindi film. What film do I recommend from Hindi? I don't know. Have you seen like do you want me to recommend common names like Lage Rumna Bhai, Rang De Basanti or Raj Kapoor films? I'm a huge Raj Kapoor fan. Yeah, exactly. So we kind of got bored of Hindi films like many years ago. And once you start watching Hollywood, you kind of get addicted to that. There is so much new to discover, so many new stories. So with Bollywood, even if they are making different movies, they are still making the same movies. I'm not as impressed by so many people by Hindi movies, by modern Hindi films. That Anurag Kashyap makes good films, but some films of his are good, some are very ordinary. I like Zoe Akhtar films a lot. I've seen all Zoe Akhtar films, not the web series she has made, but all the films she has made. I think she makes good films. Apart from that, Hindi films do not interest me now. It has been so from many years. But Hollywood for sure. I watch all genres in Hollywood: sci-fi, drama, those silent film types, very slow film types, not silent films, but the old ones, the new ones. Sorry, I missed that comment. Favorite director of what? Favorite director from Hindi films, you said? I don't know. Let's assume you said Hindi films. I like Raj Kapoor is my favorite actor as well as director. If you have seen his films like Avara, Fir Subah Hogi, English, okay. English, there are so many. I mean, there are popular names like Nolan, Tarantino, Martin Scorsese. But there are if I can tell some unusual names that you may not have heard of, there is RRR. There is one guy called Scott Cooper. He has made films like Hostiles, A Crazy Heart, Out of the Furnace. You should try out the Christian Bale is in Hostiles and Out of the Furnace, and Jeff Bridges is in A Crazy Heart. So he's the guy. Scott Cooper is the guy who finally won Jeff Bridges' first and only Oscar thus far, and he's good at getting the best out of actors. Did you see Johnny English movie of Ronalds? No, I haven't seen much of Mr. Bean. Like I said earlier, I'm not really a fan of comedy genre. Mr. Bean, even this guy, what's this guy? Jim Carrey. Even Jim Carrey, I have not watched a lot of films of. I think I have only watched The Truman Show from start to end because it's not exactly a comedy film. I'm not. It's difficult to make me laugh. Or maybe easy to make me laugh. I don't know. In comedy, I like Priyadarshan films. I like Kapil Sharma. That's my taste in comedy. So not very reliable. Outside of that, I do not watch a lot of comedy films. But still, Hera Fairy, Andaz Apna Apna, Hollywood, Silver Linings Playbook, Pet Detectives, and those films are amazing. I'm sure they are. In English films, like Silver Linings Playbook is one of the comedies I like. The Disaster Artist is an amazing film starring James Franco. You should watch The Disaster Artist. It's a kind of not a parody. It's like a making of the film of The Room. Sorry for that sound. The Room is officially the worst movie ever made in Hollywood, and The Disaster Artist is a movie that is on the making of The Room. It stars James Franco. You should watch that film. It's funny and it's really well made and amazingly acted by James Franco. So I do not. Okay, again, say like I said earlier, comedies, animations. I do not watch. I don't watch animations. I watched a few Tangles and all, but no. So, yeah, that's one. These are two kind of films. Never a big fan of. Even superhero films, I was not a huge fan of. But since Dark Knight Rises, I started watching superhero films. Otherwise, I was not a huge fan of people jumping from buildings across this and that. So no. But apart from that, ask me about other genres: crime, gangster, or simple. Even family movies. I watch family movies. Recently, I watched The Bridge of Spies. Yeah, that's the what's this legend's name? Tom Hanks and Spielberg's film. Yeah. I watched that one in about I think 4 5 years ago. That's a good one. I think Mark Rylance made his mark through Bridge of Spies. That is his the film of Mark Rylance that got him into Hollywood. Of course, Zack Snyder's Justice League. I mean, that's a no-brainer. Joss Whedon's Justice League was a joke. I mean, it's a very incoherent film. Yeah, he got Oscar, and I think that we didn't even know Mark Rylance before Bridge of Spies. So it got him a lot of recognition and a lot of films. He's seen every year. He's seen in films these days. The most recent being the Don't Look Up, or the Chicago. What was that name? Chicago something. So yeah, he's a really good actor. Dunkirk, he was in Dunkirk. So yeah, he has been all over since then, since Bridge of Spies. I like also World War based movies, but we have seen so many. I kind of and not yet, not yet. I want to watch that film, but I am waiting for the original print. I'm waiting for a 4K print. I want to enjoy it as best as I can. That's why. I don't want to watch. So that's the thing. I want to watch a 4K print. Once 4K for everything, everywhere, all at once is out, I will definitely watch that film. There are so many movies on my radar right now, but it's kind of sometimes it's difficult when you have your favorite web shows that have just come out, like The Boys just came out. So it's difficult to juggle between these films and these web shows. But yeah, even though I mostly watch movies, I don't watch many web shows. Before you start asking me about web series, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Riot, Sile. I would love to know your name. Um, so yeah, everything everywhere all at once. I have to watch it. I watched the Batman, Top Gun Maverick, but I also have the Northman like in my pen drive. It's in my pen drive. It's hooked to my TV from over a month, but I'm yet to get to the Northman. I like the actor very much, but it's one of my favorite genres. So let's see. Prasant Verma is I've not heard about his cinematic universe, but is he the guy who made KGF? I think he is, right. Oh no, he is. No, I have not. See, Jyoti, I have told you, like even last time, I have just started watching South films. He's Neil, okay. Prasant Neil, okay. Thank you. No, I've just started exploring. I don't know about any directors specifically. Only the ones who have worked in Bollywood a lot, like Mani Ratnam has. I know about those people, but not about not the ones who have restricted themselves to making South films, because I have just started South cinema. Even though I'm liking it in Bollywood, but I have just started out, so I'm not the kind of I'm not the person you can ask those questions to, because I'll embarrass myself and say no, I have not seen those films. AWE. Okay, you used to live in Rohini. I live in Rohini. I live in Sector 9 Rohini. Yes. Okay, you're overseas. What is AWE? No? Okay, you're overseas. Where do you? Where were you in Rohini? Which sector? Okay. Upcoming superhero universe. Okay. I'm sure I'll hear about him a lot. I'm in AWE of something. Neelkant apartment sector. Okay. I'm not sure I know. I understand AWE. What is AWE? Okay, Neelkant apartment. I've seen. My wife's home is in Neelgiri apartment at sector 9. But yeah, sector 13 Neelkant apartment is probably 10 minutes walk from my home. About that. Sector 13 and sector 9 are like next to each other, right? So I was talking about Mark Rylance, or after that. So yeah, I have just started out with South cinema. Would love more recommendations. Even though I have a list, I have a huge list of movies that I have to watch from down south, all languages: Malayalam, Telugu, Kannada, Tamil. But yeah, I have to get to those. There's a long list. There is a long list of Hollywood films that I have to get to. There is no list of Bollywood films that I have to get to. There is nothing that is interesting me right now. Maybe I'll watch Brahmastra and Shamshera in a movie hall. Maybe. Okay. Prasant Verma. Let me Google him. Prasant Verma Cinematic Universe. Okay. Now, okay, he's known for. Okay, the AW is a film. Oh, that's what. Is that what you meant by AWE? Wow, it's on Hotstar too. Is it good? AWE by Prasant Verma. Worth watching? Okay, got it. Kajal Agarwal, Nithya Menon. Nithya Menon, I suppose, is the one who worked with Abhishek Bachchan in that web series. Hi, dude, am I late? No, I've just started. But hi, Anurid, I've just started. But yeah, I won't be here long. Maybe half an hour more. It's daytime. It's office working hours, so that's why I cannot stay long. I might come online with another live session Friday night, but or even uh, or even Wednesday night. Maybe Wednesday night as well, which is what, tomorrow. But I thought, let me try the morning session. I'm going to watch AWE. How it's 2 hour 30 minutes. Yeah. So what's with the length? Why are all films from down south like at least 2.5 hours long? Yeah, I'm kind of bored of watching cricket now. But there is so much cricket happening all around the year. I'm bored of, and I'm one of those. I'm one of those fake cricket fans who used to be a fan of one cricketer, and now that person retired. Now I don't watch much cricket. I follow cricket. I follow India's fortunes. But after Tendulkar retired, I have grown up with Tendulkar. Like when Tendulkar made his debut, I was like barely 4 years old, and when he retired, I was like 20. I don't know. I was 28 years old. So I have grown up with Sachin Tendulkar, the cricketer. So once he retired, my interest in cricket waned to a lot of extent. So yeah, maybe I will watch the match. Maybe I won't. Let's see. Let's see. But I will follow the. So what do you think of Virat Kohli? Should he be dropped? Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, they are both in awful form. Should they be dropped or should they be given a chance? Go on, sir. Rohit at least has captaincy. Virat kicked himself from captaincy. Yeah. Hey, Andy, what's up? Yeah, that's true. But I think everybody was after him, so he had to relinquish his captaincy. So yeah, we were not able to win finals, even though the result was overall good. We were winning a lot of matches, series, but we have not won a final in many years. I believe, and that test, the so-called test matches World Cup was. No, I have watched. I watched it in parts. It was airing on TV a couple of months ago when Jersey with Shahid Kapoor released. So this Jersey with Nani was airing on TV. So I watched a few scenes. It seemed good. Yeah. Yeah, Virat is he's a huge player. You cannot drop him like that. And he has not been in as awful a form as everybody says he is. He has not scored a century in more than 2.5 years, but his average has not been bad. His batting average has not been bad at all since 2020, 2021. At least in one days and 2020s. Of course, the recent IPL was horrible for him, of course. But overall, I think he's doing better than most people gave him credit for. But then, yeah, I am probably one of the first Indians who watched Stranger Things. Like, I watched the first season of Stranger Things back in early 2016. And I liked it a lot. But then it's also from this fantasy children fantasy genre that I'm not a huge fan of. Fantasy, animation, comedy. So I have not watched the rest of the seasons. I watched the first season in 2016, early 2016, but not after that. I have not followed up with the other seasons. Monster Universe, yeah, right. Monster Universe as in Godzilla and all, yeah. I love monster movies though. Godzilla of 2014 is my all-time favorite monster film. All-time favorite of 2014. That is one amazing film. I thought it has a lot of suspense. There is a soul to that movie. It's not just soulless action. And there is so much tension in that film. Forget soul. There is so much tension in Godzilla film of 2014 that was lacking in the Godzilla that came in '98 and the sequels of this Godzilla 2014, King of Monsters and the recent one. I think those were bad films. King Kong versus Godzilla. Kong or Godzilla. Yeah, Kong or Godzilla was empty spectacle. Yeah. I wish they were shorter because every time I'm really looking forward to watching a film from South, I read the length. It's like 2 hours, 40 minutes, and I have to like plan in my head to break the length. Like, okay, I'll watch maybe 1.5 hour today and 1.5 hour tomorrow. So that happens because you see when you are working, sometimes it's difficult to juggle. I'm also running this YouTube channel, so I do not get a lot of time between my job and this YouTube channel to watch content. So I kind of break films in two sessions, even the shorter films. Even a 2 hour film, I watch it over 2 days. But South films are like 3 hour long, 2 hour, 40 minutes long. Even though I'm watching more South films now than ever, more than I'm watching Bollywood films. But still, it's kind of it would have been nice if they were shorter. What was I saying before this? Pushpa, do they still have Japanese? Yeah. Have you watched new or old Top Gun? We're not addicted to social media and 10-second TikTok compare. That's why South are longer. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's true. That's also a reason people do not prefer long movies because we are kind of addicted to reels and short films and all of that. That's also a reason. Japanese Park is still there in Rohini. Nobody goes there. I think. I mean, I haven't. I used to go to Japanese Park quite regularly as a kid, but I haven't been there in years because it's now a hub for couples, and there's crime happening there. Sometimes people get killed. Sometimes people are beaten up by by thieves in Japanese parks. It's not a popular destination now. Pushpa, I have not watched Pushpa. The trailer did not appeal to me, and it's kind of I know the director of Pushpa is a very accomplished director. I think he's the same guy who made it's very popular in New Zealand. That's great. It's very popular in all across the West, I guess, in America as well. RRR. So Pushpa, I think Rangasthalam director made it, and the film that you guys recommended me, one. What was that film, Anirudh? By the Rangasthalam director, one something, one Neo something. By the Rangasthalam director. So, but I Pushpa did not appeal to me. One Neno Kidune 2014. Yeah, so that one. Sukumar, right, right. So Sukumar made Pushpa, right? So no, I'm also not going to watch Pushpa. I did not get good vibes. Not my taste. At least the trailer was not my taste. Same as KGF. I have not watched KGF because the teasers, the trailers, the scenes that come on social media, they were not appealing to me. The KGF fans. Same goes for Pushpa. So no, not going to watch. But yeah, the other film by this director that Anirudh mentioned, and this one AWE by Prasant Verma, I am going to watch these films for sure, as long as they are. I also have to finish Game Over, Tapsi Pannu Telugu film. I also have to finish that tonight. Though I don't know how long that film is. One hour 42 minutes. Okay, well that one is shorter. Maybe that's why I picked it. So I'd heard a lot about Game Over even when I was not into South Indian films. So I got Netflix subscription very recently, so I thought let's watch that film. Game Over is a pan India movie. It's in Hindi and Tamil. Yeah, I know. Even on Netflix, it's in Hindi as well. Yeah, but it's primarily a South Indian film, right? It's by Ashwin Saravanan, who is into South, who's a South film director. Wow. He has made a film called Veeru Mandi with Kamal Hassan in 2004. How is it? It's on Prime. Tamil to be exact. Okay. How is Veeru Mandi, Kamal Hassan's Veeru Mandi, by the same director? Oh no, Kamal Hassan has directed it. Sorry. Yeah. It's on Prime. So what is your guy? What is your favorite Kamal Hassan movie? Is Veeru Mandi good? I have also heard about that film, that 1988-87. Veeru Mandi is good. There's a film that's very Godfather-like from late 80s, starring Kamal Hassan. How is that film? Let me Google that film. Nayakan. How is Nayakan? Nobody watched Nayakan? Dashavta, 10 rows acting. Yeah. Two Pistol. Okay. Can you repeat that name, Jyoti? Just the name. Nayagan. Oh. Adbhutam. Okay. Right. Yeah, yeah, I also watched that episode with Kapil Sharma. It was so funny. He has a decent sense of humor, Kamal Hassan. I can recall that joke when Kapil Sharma was like, अब हमको बचपन से हम आपको देख रहे हैं and Kamal Hassan was like, okay, you are hell bent on proving that I am old. That was a funny bit from that episode. I'm actually this is a rented space I have taken. So I'm here. I'm not at home right now. This is a room I have rented. So I come here almost every day in the morning, and I work out of this room. I have not been to office since lockdown started. March of 2020. So this is my. That's why you see all these posters, because at home I cannot put up these posters on walls. So there is Tendulkar. There is so this is Christian Bale, right under Tendulkar. This is a film called Hostiles. This is Bret the Hitman Hart. This is Batman versus Superman. There is Raj Kapoor. There is my music system from that was gifted to me by dad after my 10th results, 2001. CD, cassette player, and all of that. So yeah. Yeah, let's discuss it right now. I have about 20-30 minutes. We can discuss politics, depending on whether I have knowledge about that those topics. So tell me, what do you want to discuss about politics? Oh, Swami Reddy. I'm not not too much into that world. Who's behind assassination of Abe? I don't know. Some say communists. Hi, Arano. Have you seen Christian Bale rescued on and photos? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I've seen most Christian Bale films. So yeah, Andy, let's talk politics in the late live sessions. Yes, I've seen most Christian Bale films. He's one of my favorite actors. So Ford versus Ferrari, Rescue Dawn. You should watch Hostile. Have you watched Hostiles? Out of the Furnace. Here is the Hostile poster. The Hostile poster is right there. This one. So you should watch it. Christian, this is Hostiles and Out of the Furnace. I think are two of the best Christian Bale performances. Shikara, I've seen Shikara. I like Shikara a lot. I like Shikara a lot. Even though I'm more of a right-wing leaning guy, but yeah, you should watch Hostile. I like Shikara. What went wrong with the film is that maybe it promoted itself as a film that was about Kashmir's terrorism when it was not, or maybe people's expectation was wrong. The movie was specifically about Kashmiri Pandits. It kept terrorism out. It kept politics out. It was not about the politics behind the migration of Kashmiri Pandits. It was just about Kashmiri Pandits, what they faced during migration, how terrorism started, how were politicians involved in Shikara. That was not the point of the movie, but that is what people wanted to watch for some reason. They misunderstood the movie, and that's why the movie got so much hate. But personally, as a Kashmiri Pandit, as a migrant myself, who migrated from Kashmir in the peak in 1989-90, in the early part of 90. My brother, I was like 4, my brother was back then 10, he has watched the film, he likes that film a lot, I like that film a lot, my parents like the film a lot. It was a very accurate depiction of what Kashmiri Pandits faced. So Shikara was a really good film. I do not know why it got so much hate. I really don't know. Like people wanted, I don't know, people wanted some propaganda, right wing propaganda. They wanted the film to show some people as villains. It did. I mean, it did show Kashmiri Muslims in somewhat of a negative light, but it did not make them out and out villains. So that is okay, which is how it is. Things are not black and white even in Kashmir. Nobody is an out and out villain except for terrorists. So yeah, personally I love Shakara, that film. I've seen it more than once. I'm not a leftist, but I like Shakara. No, I have not. No, Jyoti, see, the more names you pop from South cinema, you are only going to get disappointed because I have not watched South films. You know that, right? I have not. See, I told you why I like Shikara because I thought it was a very accurate depiction of what we faced. I think yeah, you should watch Shikara, but don't watch it with expectations that you will be told of how the terrorism started. It's not. There is no politics and terrorism in Shikara. It's a story very much focused just on Kashmiri Pandits, their migration. Rank, I think, as a movie, politics aside, as a movie, Haider is the best film of all, then Shikara, then Kashmir Files. I do not like. I am coming across as a liberal leftist. I am not, but Kashmir Files was a terrible film. I salute Vivek Agnihotri for taking up that subject. Brave, very brave of him, but it was a bad film. Because it was a bad film. The acting was terrible. See, there are two reasons. Primarily, the reason is it was a bad film. There is no two ways. The dialogues were cringy. It just seemed a film that was stitched together. There were many atrocities that happened to Kashmiri Pandits, and Vivek Agnihotri just stitched together those atrocities and made a film. That's it. The acting is bad. All those scenes where all these 5, 6 old friends get together and talk, have dialogues, those are cringy. Those are bad dialogues, mostly bad acting. And there is a scene where this reporter suddenly gets angry and he pushes his friend. I mean, I didn't get the point. I know why he got angry, but it was shown in a very sloppy way. So it was a badly made film. Forget about the politics. Even let's say I agree with the politics of the Kashmir Files 100%, which I don't. I would still have hated the film. No. That was Shikari. Yeah. Not Govinda. It's not Govinda. I like Govinda, of course. No, not Shikari. Shikara is a 2020 film. It was by Vidhu Vinod Chopra, who's a kind of a Kashmiri Pandit himself from his mother's side. Yeah. Batman, of course. Batman is my, is the only superhero I actually kind of like. It did not show any perspectives. Which Kashmir Files you're saying? Kashmir Files pretended to show perspective. It did not show any perspective. It only showed perspective of. So you mentioned college students. That is the part I liked. That is the only part I like. The what's his wife? Pallavi Joshi. Every Pallavi Joshi scene I think stands out from this movie. Pallavi Joshi parts were really good. I felt that maybe Vivek Agnihotri did not write or direct those parts himself because they kind of exposed what happens in these left liberal ecosystem, in these colleges, in these JNU like places, how students are brainwashed against the national interests, how they are told of these Sanghi terrorism stories and all of that. So I liked that part. That was very effective. But apart from that, I did not like anything from the film. The dialogues from that part were good. Pallavi Joshi was good. Okay, all those movies at Bollywood Video. That's great. That's great. When did you move to New Zealand? So yeah, so you're saying perspective. I don't think there was perspective of just Some people. Tashkent Files, I have seen parts of it, not the full film. I want to. I kind of liked what I saw. How come Kashmir Files is celebrated over Haider and Shikara? Because that's it's a political film. You see, you cannot. I think we also talked about the same thing. If A film makes more money than B film, then that doesn't mean A is better. Uh, it's celebrated because finally Kashmiri Pandits had a movie. Kashmiri Pandits were ignored from the Bollywood narrative. I said this in an earlier video. Even as a kid, when I used to watch films, Hindi films, that had Kashmiri characters, they always were, first of all, they always were Muslims. There was Altaf, there was Arbaz, there was Zainab or whatever. But like for Bollywood, Kashmiri Hindus never even existed. Even when we shifted to Delhi, all my neighbors used to think that we were Muslims because we were Kashmiris. So there was this thought that was also propagated by Hindi films that if you are a Kashmiri, you are a Muslim. So one, Kashmir Files is a film from the perspective of Kashmiri Pandits. That's true. So that is one reason why it got so much popularity. But that's the reason why I wanted to watch that film. It's not like I am opposed to Kashmir Files politically. I agree with the politics of Kashmir Files a lot, but just as a film, it's a bad film. That's it. That's all I'm saying. I'm just going in circles and repeating myself, but it's a bad film. Politically, I agree with Kashmir Files to an extent, but not as a film. As a film, it's a sloppy product. That's it. That's what it is. Very sloppy. Bad acting, besides. Yeah, I don't know why they want Kashmir. I don't know why their economy is in ruins. It has always been that way. I don't know what's their fixation with Kashmir. The Kashmir that Pakistan has, it's beautiful. Like, forget about it. I don't know why they are so hung up on Kashmir. They also get a lot of support from India, right? Indian liberal leftists also support kind of soft support Pakistan's demand for Kashmir. Indian liberals as well as India's right wing extremists, they're all bad, right? So they all have their own political agendas. Indian liberals empower Pakistan a lot. So that's kind of the reason why Pakistan is stuck on that record, because they get encouragement from Indians. That's also something, you know. But I think that terrorist, what is his name, Masood Azhar, once thanked Barkha Dutt for her reportage on Kashmir, for her opinions on Kashmir and Pakistan. So when you, as a journalist, India's premier journalist, you get thanked by Pakistan's biggest terrorist, one of the biggest terrorists in the world, then there is no hope. So that's the thing. So that was Barkha Dutt. That also reminds me, Barkha. The game of the last me remember was news comedy addressing the issue of toxicity by fans. Thank you so much. Yeah, I do not like toxicity. There is toxicity about maybe. We do not know what happened in past. We read about those things. So somebody said, toxicity of fans. Of course, I do not like toxicity. I mean, it has not just been happening with KGF or RRR. Even with Bollywood, it has been happening from over 2 years now. Bollywood, they are calling Bollywood. Kangana Ranaut has started this whole hate campaign, and she keeps abusing or trolling people like Karan Johar and all of that. There is so much toxicity in India thanks to maybe Twitter, social media. Everybody has a voice now. Every Tom, Dick and Harry can leak out their half-baked opinions out in the world, and that has led to a lot of toxicity. So I thought, let me address that, a part of that. Should Nehru be blamed? A lot of things happened even in the late 1940s. Exactly. We do not know how complete or incomplete the history is, Kaustubh. It's a matter of belief again. There are so many versions of history. You can choose to believe a given version of history. You do not know anything. That's why I never opine on Gandhi, on Nehru, on all of these people, because I have read a part of history, I have read another contradictory part of history, conflicting part of history. I don't know which one to believe. I have no reason to believe one part. So I don't know if Nehru was a villain or a hero. Though I do know that Nehru was not nearly as liberal as he is given credit for during office time. Roshan. Roshan Singh is my colleague. I don't know why he has come on live. So I do believe Nehru was not nearly as liberal as everyone say, as leftists say he is. Yeah, maybe. So, for example, Pandit Nehru banned a lot of songs. I know because I'm a Raj Kapoor fan. So he banned a film. He banned a song called "Chino Arab Hamara," which was actually an antidote to "Sare Jahan Se अच्छा Hindustan Hamara," which was written by Iqbal. But Sahid Ludhianvi wrote this song called "Chino Arab Hamara, Sara Hindustan Hamara, रहने को घर नहीं है, सारा हिंदुस्तान हमारा, चीनो अरब हमारा, सारा जहाँ हमारा, रहने को घर नहीं है, हिंदुस्तान हमारा." दिस इज अ सॉन्ग रिटन बाय साहिर लुधियानवी, चीनो अरब हमारा, गूगल दैट, which was from the film फिर सुबह होगी. It was written kind of a mockery to the सारा जहाँ हमारा song, सारे जहाँ से अच्छा हिंदुस्तान हमारा by Iqbal. So Nehru got that song banned, and he got a lot of books banned too. So even though I have no personal opinions on Nehru, but he was not a liberal, because this is a matter of fact. This is not a matter of belief, right? He banned a lot of movies, a lot of songs. So yeah, I thought that should be put out there. So he was not liberal by any means. Like India's liberals literally worship Pandit Nehru. They don't have, they are not aware of facts. So that's that. In 1970, could he have helped finish the Kashmir issue? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. So what else we were talking about? School should stop giving history as a subject. I personally hated it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I also personally I liked history as a subject. It was interesting, but because there is so much lie, there is so much propaganda in the history that we are taught at school. So yeah, it's better that they don't teach it. But then where do you learn your history from? Because all the books that we read, the books for adults that we read, even they are lying. Yeah, yeah. Nehru and Gandhi had a special nexus between them. So they did some epic evil shit. Yeah. Education system glorifies everybody. I think they glorify Gandhi. They glorify Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. But of course, the focus is mostly on Gandhi and on Nehru also a lot. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel takes a backseat to these two figures. So yeah, that's true. But we were talking about Christian Bale. Let's get back to films. So have you guys watched Hostiles or Out of the Furnace? Has anybody? What's your favorite Christian Bale film? I personally like Christian Bale in films where he is not doing those gimmicks, losing weight, gaining weight, and all of that, which is Hostiles, Out of the Furnace, American Psycho, Ford versus Ferrari, of course, Rescue Dawn. Knight of Cups, I have not watched this film. This is of that guy, that legend, Terrence Malick, right? Knight of Cups is by Terrence Malick. I have not. I wanted to watch that film. Terrence Howard, not Malick, of course. Yeah, Terrence Malick, right? You were confusing me. Terrence, yeah, Malick. Terrence Malick. So I'm yet to watch that film. Equilibrium, yeah, Equilibrium is also one film that I have wanted to watch for many years, but yeah, I have not read great reviews, so I did not watch it. Has anybody seen his film with all those Draculas? Yeah, those are Draculas. The Prestige is good, of course. The Prestige is good, Roshan. Yeah, I like the Prestige. I don't know. Roshan Singh is my colleague. I don't know why he's not working. He's watching a live session during office hours. That's very unprofessional, Roshan. In Gun Fu, you mean Kung Fu? Yeah, very unprofessional, Roshan. You should be working. I will tell Gaurav Singh about you watching YouTube videos. Terminator 4 Salvation. Yeah. Fighter is an amazing film. Fighter is an amazing film, and he got Oscar for the Fighter, and he's so good in it. I for Fighter is also one of my favorite Christian Bale films for sure. Fighter, Out of the Furnace, Hostiles. Yeah, Big Shot is good too. There are so many people in Big Shot. Gunfight. Gun. That's what Gun Fu is. Okay. Yeah, Big Shot. Like the whole of Hollywood is in Big Shot. I think the director Adam McKay is the director of Big Shot. I think he casts Hollywood elites in his films. Don't Look Up also had so many from Hollywood. So Big Shot. This guy Ryan Gosling was there. Steve Carell, Christian Bale, of course, and so many others. So many others were there in the Big Shot. But it was a good take on recession, kind of educating. Don't Look Up was also good. So I saw Christian Bale was also good in this film, Thor 4. I hoped it was a longer role, which is unfair. The fact that Christian Bale is more known for his body transformation rather than his acting. Yeah, Empire of the Sun. That is unfair. That is known more for his body transformation, which is exactly why I keep recommending Hostiles and Out of the Furnace to people. Vice, yeah, Vice was amazing. Yeah, again, body transformation. Vice, I have watched Vice. Him and Steve Carell and this guy who played Bush in that film. What is his name? Whatever his name is. Sam Rockwell, yeah. So, if you watch Hostiles and watch Out of the Furnace, there is no body transformation by Christian Bale, no weight loss, weight gain gimmick. Sam Rockwell, yeah. So, you should watch these two films, please. Out of the Furnace and Hostiles. Both films are by Scott Cooper. American Hustle, yeah, he's in American Hustle. Again, another body transformation film for Christian Bale. American Hustle was good, it was entertaining. It was by this guy, the Silver Linings Playbook guy, whose name I cannot recall. That reminds me, I think the latest Christian Bale film is by the same director, right? What is his name? David O. Russell. Moon, I have watched Moon. Yeah, I love Moon. I love Sam Rockwell. Sam Rockwell is also in that film, Frost Nixon. Have you guys watched Frost Nixon? That is one hell of a film. It's a film based on an interview between Nixon and David Frost, but it plays out like a boxing match. It's an amazing film. You should watch Frost Nixon. Highly recommend. If there is one film that I am recommending today in this session, it's Frost Nixon. Please go and watch that film. Yeah. Thor was very much like a spoof film. I agree. Too many jokes, man. Too many fucking jokes. I don't know why Taika Waititi films had to have jokes in every line. The Slaughter Rule. There's a film that David O. Russell is coming up with, which has Christian Bale in it. Maybe it's Joy. No, Joy came out many years ago. Amsterdam. Yes, it's Amsterdam. Amsterdam stars Margaret Robbie, Christian Bale, Anya Taylor-Joy. So it's a David O. Russell film, the guy who made American Hustle and Silver Linings Playbook. I am really looking forward to that film. This is Rajamouli Mahabharata project. I got destroyed character video created by Kenneth Branagh. Yeah, I know. I still liked Ragnarok, but Thor, the latest Thor, is too many jokes, man. SS Rajamouli Mahabharat, it's not verified, right? So many people say it's fake news. So many people say he's going to make Mahabharat. What's there to discuss right now? I think even if it's real news, we do not know. Oh, his ex-wife. If she was still living on the same street as you, I would have asked you to talk to her. Like, what's up with Taika? Like, what does he think he's making? Does he know that he's making superhero films? Because he's making them as if they are comedy genre, as if they are I don't know. Uh, yeah, I mean, yeah, I've heard that Thor is our Lord Vishnu. So yeah, they pick characters from other cultures or mythology, and then they make them their own. That is why America is America. They are powerful. They can do that. They can pick things from other cultures and then pretend that it. Did I disappear for a few seconds there? Okay, but you can still hear me, right? While I was on, could you still hear me, or was did all of it freeze? Could you hear me when I froze? Okay, so you could not hear me. Okay, then I think we need to call it. No, no, it was not. It was not. Yeah, yeah. No, the thing is, I need to leave right now. I thought I could. Sound went off. I thought I could. There is small work. If you guys can wait for 2 minutes, but because there is something I need to take care of for a couple of minutes. If you guys can wait, otherwise we can end the session. Just let me know quickly if you can wait 2 minutes. Okay, you can wait. So let me. My screen is going to freeze for a couple of minutes, and anybody who's Raj Kapoor. But from the current lot, I like Zoya Akhtar films a lot. Just let me know if you guys are seeing the video. Just say a hi because I was gone. But yeah, favorite Indian director Raj Kapoor all time. But from the current lot, maybe Zoya Akhtar. I think I've liked all her films. Luck by Chance, Zindagi Milegi, Gully Boy, and the one with Anil Kapoor, Ranveer Singh, like them. Yeah, Naked hyphen HD XYZ. Yeah. So there is someone spamming me right now. So let me know more questions. What do you want to ask about Hollywood, Bollywood, Tollywood, Collywood, maybe politics? But let's stick to movies. Let's stick to movies. What's we were talking about Christian Bale. Who's your favorite actor from let's say from your favorite movie industry? Tell me names. Favorite actors. Favorite actors from your favorite movie industry, like any industry that you like the most. What's your favorite actor? Hollywood, Hindi films, of or Indian films, any language, any region. Your favorite actors. Someone calling Bollywood actually Urdu wood. Yeah, a lot of people are calling that. A lot of people are doing that, calling Urdu word or bully word. I don't subscribe to those opinions. It's to me, it's just bullying people. I think there is a misconception among people like that. Rich people cannot get bullied. Rich people. Ritik Shahrukh video was great. Okay, you watched that video? Yeah, I'm live. Thank you so much. I that video I made like what 20 months ago. I did not know people were still watching the video. Thank you so much. I just started out my channel. It was one of the earlier videos, so I'm really happy. Somebody telling me that in person, kind of in person, like live. Okay. Among these names, I have only watched NTR, as you may be aware from our last live session. Kaustubh, not seen films of the other two guys, and Hollywood or Bollywood. How much time do you got now? 15 to 20 minutes. You have seen Abhishek Bachchan Bobby Deol in New Zealand shooting for a film. That's what you said, right? I've got 15 to 20 minutes. That's cool. Uh, have I watched any stars? I've seen Sanjay Dutt once from a distance of like 10 feet maybe, and many others. Shah Rukh Khan too, but from a distance of like 300 meters. Oh, okay, okay, wow. So that's for players, right? Yeah. It's an Abbas Mustan film, right? Wow, that's cool. That film came out in 2011. Yeah, I like Abhishek Bachchan. He has also been treated rather unfairly by fans. Yeah. You met directors Abbas Mustan. Yeah, I also like the shooting of Zoom Barabar Zoom 2. The shooting of Zoom Barabar Zoom 2, okay. He man. I'll tell you about myself. There was a comment by Kaustubh. He said something, I forgot. I was about to talk. Amitabh Bachchan. Yeah, I'm also sick of watching him in advertisement. I'm sick of watching everybody actually on social media, on TV. I like the era when there was a mystery around film stars, right? Why aren't South Nepo actors bullied and trolled? Because people actually don't hate nepotism. Andy, nobody hates nepotism. It's people follow a herd. Kangana Ranaut says nepotism is evil. So her fans, Kangana Ranaut Bhakts, hate nepotism. They don't hate nepotism. They think they hate nepotism because their Kangana Devi hates nepotism. She says Karan Johar is evil. If tomorrow Kangana Ranaut posts two successive tweets against, let's say, Modi, they will start probably hating Modi too. There is herd culture, there is idol worshipping in India. We worship these people. So Kangana Ranaut people worship Kangana Ranaut. If there are Karan Johar fans, they worship Karan Johar. If there are politically, there are Modi fans, there are Barkha. It's about the skill and talent. If they have good work, we don't bother about nepotism. Yeah, I'm not talking necessarily about you, but there are so many people. There are so many people who do not care. Like suddenly, all these nepo products. Suddenly, people started hating them. Varun Dhawan, Alia Bhatt, all of these people who are not bad actors. Some of them are really good actors, but because Kangana Ranaut says they're bad actors, so they become bad actors. For example, Taapsee Pannu is not a bad actor. She's a really good actor, but people of a certain political narrative say she's a bad actor because Kangana Ranaut hates her. So Alia Bhatt is a bad actor. So this is just idol worshipping. This is just herd mentality. Mentality. That's it. There is nothing to it. Nobody hates nepotism. That's why people don't troll South Indian nepo stars like NTR, like Ram Charan, because Kangana Ranaut has not spoken out against those people. Once Kangana Ranaut starts speaking out against these people, the same people will start trolling these people. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's all we have been reduced to. We're just Arnab Goswami fans, Barkhadat fan, not fans, bhakts. Barkhadat bhakts, Arnab Goswami bhakts, Anurag Kashyap bhakts, Swara Bhaskar bhakts, Kangana Ranaut bhakts. We're all bhakts now. We do not have our own brains. We just borrow their opinions and we make them our own. Can a call. Yeah, yeah. So, man, you were saying I talk about myself. They talk about parental ideology. Maybe that's why they don't get bullied online. No, but in like Alia Bhatt, for example, she never talks about politics, but she gets bullied. So that's not about that. It's not about that. I don't think it's about that. I have never heard Alia Bhatt talk politics or or Ranveer Singh. I mean, Ranveer Singh is trolled so much from last 2 years. He has been getting trolled so much, hate trolled. It's assumed that he's a left liberal when he's not. But Kangana Ranaut makes fun of him, so people hate troll him. That's it. It's all that. It's not just people talking politics. I never heard Ranveer Singh or Alia Bhatt or Ranbir Kapoor make political statements, but they are bullied online because Kangana Ranaut bullies them or speaks out against them. That's it. If there are any Kangana fans who are getting offended, I can't help it. I have zero respect for that woman. She's the most toxic person. I have no respect for Swara Bhaskar either. So it's not about left versus right. These are people who are mislead people, who are propagandists. They know they have followers, so they would just spread misinformation. People like Swara, people like Kangana, people like Anurag Kashyap, people like Arnab Goswami. Okay, you liked it? Ranveer Singh Man vs. Wild. Yeah, I've heard it's good. Yeah, I don't think she was fantastic in RRR, but it was silly and fun. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, not just Thailavi and Dhakat. All Kangana films get flopped. Like from last three, even when she was a liberal hero, if you remember before 2017. Before 2017, Kangana Ranaut was a hero to liberals. Left liberals worshipped her. When she was bullying Hrithik Roshan, Adhe and Suman, Karan Johar, nepotism was still her thing back when she was yet to reveal that she was a Modi supporter. Left liberals worshipped her. Barkha made her into an icon of feminism. Yeah, all of these films flopped. I don't know why. I don't know why people glorify her, but people don't watch her films, which is surprising to me. I don't understand. I don't understand. But people legit support her political views or views on Bollywood. That's a fact. Just because her movies are flopping for some reason, I don't know. Her excessive opinions are having negative impact in her movie. Yeah. She is otherwise a good actor, but because she's drowned herself in hating others. It's not just about Kangana having control over Indians. Like I mentioned a lot of names, right? Swara Bhaskar. It's not about control. People's opinions are influenced by celebrities. At least in India, they are influenced more by celebrities. That's the thing. It's not about nobody. She's not like, for example, if I was a Kangana Bhakt, my personal life is not getting controlled by her. But what I say on Twitter, if Kangana says Ranveer Singh is is a druggist, I would go on Twitter and I would post whenever I see a Ranveer Singh or a Deepika Padukone tweet. I'll comment, "Oh, you are a druggist. I do not want to hear from you." That much control Kangana has on her followers. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not saying she controls them, but yeah, druggist Bollywood, Bollywood, Urdu wood, druggist Ranveer Singh, druggist Deepika Padukone, terrorist Alia Bhatt, whatever. This all comes from, this all started with Kangna Ranaut or other right wing influencers. Same way, Sanghi terrorist, Akshay Kumar is a Sanghi, started with leftist celebrities, like that Siddharth actor from South, NRI, Akshay Kumar. Yeah, I don't know. When it comes to Bollywood fans, both are when it comes to Bollywood fans, I don't know how they operate. I mean, like, I don't know why they don't watch Kangna Ranaut films. I have no idea. I mean, Dhakad sold what, 20 tickets on its eighth day. Wow. I don't know. It's actually still good. Or sometimes I feel his past is. I think Akshay Kumar as an actor is not past his prime. He is one of the best actors. I always believed Akshay Kumar is one of the best actors we have. Uh, if not anything, watch Good News or that scene from Toilet Ek Prem Katha where he has this outrage, where he screams on his father and everybody around him. But ignored your question two times, which tell me about yourself. He-Man, right? That's what you said. I'm not ignoring. There are so many questions. I'm trying to get to it. So, but he does shitty films. Akshay Kumar, all his films are just pure shit. That's why we think he is past his prime. Okay, tell me about myself. Tell you about myself. He-Man. I'm a Delhi guy. I work in a software company. I am a Kashmiri Pandit. He's not arrogant on Kapil Sharma show. He's just having he has fun. I think he has a good chemistry with Kapil Sharma, so he has fun with Kapil Sharma. So I'm a Delhiite. I have been living in Delhi since 1990, since we migrated from Kashmir. I'm a YouTuber also. I work in a software company. But what else do you want to know about me? Ask me a question you want to know about me. I'm married. I am 36. If you had to guess my age, what would you have guessed? That's about it. That's me. That's me. That's me. If you want to know anything specific about me, He-Man, please ask the question. But other than that, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, Akshay Kumar, I don't think he's arrogant. Riding a left-wing liberal, secular, or nationalist. Nothing from these. Nothing from this. I do not pick sides. I don't. I have my own views. Sometimes I don't have views at all because there is so much conflicting information all around us, so I don't have views on a lot of topics. But when I have views, I have my own views. Not even nationalist, of course, everybody should be a nationalist. But I don't know the current definition of nationalist. What does a nationalist mean in today's times? Someone who should bully people, who are not out proving their nationalism. I don't subscribe to that. My favorite web series from India. I don't watch a lot of web series from West. I have not seen many web series from the West, but yeah, The Boys, Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, Succession is my number one favorite series. Succession. I don't think I like any other web series more than Succession. The Morning Show I like a lot. So yeah, Indian web series I have not watched many. Patriotic to your country, culture and history, national, it's more political agenda toward right wing. Yeah, patriotic. You should all be patriotic toward your country, towards your culture, towards your history. That's a no-brainer, of course. So I am patriotic, of course. But I won't pretend that I have done great things for my nation. I have not. Have you ever seen Akshay get annoyed at Arshad Varsi and Kapil? That was, they came to. I did not watch that episode. Maybe he must have gotten annoyed on Arshad Varsi. Yeah, if he did, then yeah, that must have been weird. I do not. I do not watch anime. I do not watch animations. I do not watch fantasy films like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings. I do not watch. I do not watch comedies. I do not watch these films or web series. Not my thing. Not my thing. I get bored. I've tried Lord of the Rings. I've tried Harry Potter. I've tried animations. I get bored. I've tried comedy, the genre comedy. I like very few comedy films. I was just telling people, do you still follow Hinduism, Dharam, despite the happen? Yeah. We follow Hinduism. We celebrate Shivratri. Kashmiri, it's a big Kashmiri festival, Shivratri. We follow Hinduism. Yeah. We do not hate anybody. Yeah. I mean, I don't think any Kashmiri Pandit who suffered a lot in 1990 stopped following Hinduism. Kashmiris are not that way. Oh wow, really? That's cool. Yeah, nobody shoots around like near my place in Delhi. That's a downer. Attack on Titan for it one time will be thanked. Attack on Titan. Oh, that's what is that? Japanese animated series. That's also that's. Oh wow. Sorry, I can't. It's first of all it's animation. Secondly, it's a web series which has 4 seasons. I don't think I'll be able to get to it. I do not watch shows even that are of my favorite genre. If they have more than 2 seasons, I don't watch them. That's how it is. That's what I was telling even Anirudh that I prefer watching shorter films. Okay. A Hindu born but stopped following Hinduism, stopped worshipping God once I came to know what happened to our Hindus over centuries in India. Yeah. It's a personal thing, whether you follow a religion or not. Hey, I'm not a busy man. It's just that it's not my thing. I'm sorry, he man. I don't want to offend you. Okay, great. So you are atheist. Hey, I don't want to offend you. It's just that it's yeah. Everybody is busy, right? Everybody is. It's not everybody has a job. I have a job and I have to run this YouTube channel. So I have to be very picky about what I watch. And animation has never been my thing. And web series also the same thing. I do not watch a lot of web shows. I'm still a purist. I still mostly restrict myself to films. So Attack on Titan, it's not going to happen. Not because I am some self-important man. It's just that I am busy like everybody. Like you must be busy in your life. That's it. So I'm going to watch Knight of Cups though. I want to watch Knight of Cups. I never really got to it. And how is Tree of Life? That's also by Terence Malick. Has anybody watched the Tree of Life? Knight of Cups is. It's not on any OTT. Looks like I'm gonna have to find it on torrents. It's. No, I can watch boring films. Tree of Life. Okay. No, the Terence Malick films have a very specific style of narrative. Terence Malick. He makes super slow films. The most recent films I watched of his was this one. A Hidden Life. I watched A Hidden Life quite recently. Demon Slayer, an anime which is most successful including Hollywood movies. It is short time. Okay, Demon Slayer. Sure, I'll definitely add to that. Add that one to my watch list. Sure, I'll give it a try. What else is up? So I am here for like 4 minutes more. I had to leave for home for lunch. Dude, I have not watched what Indian movies. I watched very few Indian films. I'm sorry, Anirudh. Of course, Sadar Udham Singh deserved at least to get nominated. Apart from that, I watched Sandeep Pinky Farrar. I'm an engineer by degree. By degree, I'm an engineer. Uh, I don't watch more than 2 or 3 films a year. 2 or 3 Hindi films or Indian films a year. I just started watching South cinema. From South cinema, what deserves Oscar apart from RRR, which I like very much, which I think you don't like very much. Uh, I think Joseph is a pretty solid film. If it was, I mean, it could have been nominated for Oscar. Joseph, the Malayalam film. I think it was good. I watch Hollywood. I mostly watch Hollywood, English films, sometimes European films, but Hindi films I don't watch much. So we had so much discussion the other night, right? Anirudh, over our films. Like I remember we discussed this film that Leonardo and Tobey Maguire sabotaged, stopped from releasing, Dawn's Plum. I like, but they became a franchise thing now. That's true. I missed the last comment. Yeah, that's true. Hollywood films have become a bit boring now. Dawn's Plum, yeah. Hollywood films have become there are too many franchises, but then also good films are also around. Like I said, this David O. Russell is coming with a film Amsterdam, and The Northman is great. And there are really good films from Hollywood, despite the fact that there are so many franchises as well. You should try 70s Hollywood of 70s. Hollywood became political. Everything Hindi cinema became political. Everything has become political. Actually, all industries. So guys, I will have to leave now. I have to actually go home and have lunch. Yeah, South isn't political. Yeah, that's true. Based on the few movies I have watched, I can vouch for that statement. South hasn't. Your question was, He-Man, please post it again. Then I'm gonna leave. The last question I saw from you, I'm an engineer. Tamil and Malayalam, they became political slightly, okay? Just. Hey, these questions don't appear, they disappear. He-Man, they disappear. So your question disappeared. They don't stay on the screen. So please post that again. Making YouTube full-time job. I Hey, that is my intention. I want to be a full-time YouTuber. But let's see. Yes, I am planning YouTube as a full-time profession. But let's see how it grows. If the channel grows, then I might quit my job. But for now, yeah, the last man, the man from Earth, not last man, the man from Earth. So do watch it if you have not already. And I'll have to leave. My daily routine, I leave for this rented room every day. I come here in the morning. I work. I do my office work and I do my YouTube, and then I leave back for home at around 8, sometimes 9, after doing my office work and my YouTube work. And in between, I go out and I go for walks and all. Next live, maybe tomorrow night, Wednesday night, that is, maybe. Today is Tuesday, right? I may come live Wednesday night and Friday night, maybe. There's a good chance. This is my room. This is not my office. But I have not gone to office since First lockdown. I was not actually employed, say, for 18 months between March 2020 to August 2021. So after that, I have started working just last year. This is my 11th month in my new job, but I haven't been to office since March 2020. Okay, guys, I'm gonna leave. So thank you so much. Let's talk tomorrow. I'll post something about my live. If I come live tomorrow, we'll talk. Bye. Thank you so much. You nice chatting with you too. Thank you. I'll see you again. I hope. Bye.